Good day, class. Welcome to another section of our class. This is Module 6 of this course, and the topic that we'll be addressing in this module is sentence. That is our sentence in English language. So, for the contents of the module, we have the meaning of sentence. We have sentence, the types of sentence. So, under the types of sentence, we have the sentence by structure, that is the structural classification of sentences. And under that, we'll be having simple sentence, we have compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence. So, and we will also be looking at the sentence by function, that is the functional classification of sentence. So, and under that, also we'll be looking at declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Enjoy the rest of your class. So for the introduction, we have sentence to be the cornerstone of written and spoken communication, serving as the primary vehicle for conveying thoughts, ideas, and messages. A sentence is a unit of language that expresses a complete thought, typically consisting of a group of words arranged in a specific order to convey meaning. So when we're talking about sentence, it is important to know that a sentence is passing across an information or giving meaning, unless apart from the unlike the other parts of the grammatical rank scale. So now we have effective sentences can be simple, compound, or complex, and they can be crafted to achieve various purposes, such as to inform. Sentence can be used to perform the function of informing, persuading, and entertaining, whether in academic writing, professional communication, or everyday conversation. So moving on, we have the meaning of sentence. So a sentence is defined as a unit of language that expresses a complete thought, typically consisting of a group of words arranged in a specific order to convey meaning. Another definition is that a sentence is a group of related words which expresses a complete thought. So according to Alade, Yomi, and Onin, page 20, 2006, they define sentence as a group of words which carry a full meaning. Therefore, a sentence is regarded as the largest unit on the grammatical rank scale of English, but as a unit of composition. So it is important to also know that every sentence begins with the first letter written in capital letter, and every sentence ends with a full stop, question mark, or an exclamation mark. So now we'll be looking at the structural classification of some sentence first, where we have under that we have simple sentence. So a simple sentence is a type of sentence that expresses a single thought. It is equivalent to an independence clause. I believe we should know what independence clause are by now, because we've done that in our previous module. So a simple sentence has only one finite verb. E.g., for example, we have Shola works in a bank. Shola works in a bank. The state government has promulgated another decree. These are examples of sentences. So moving on, we have a compound sentence. A compound sentence is the combination of two or more simple sentences which are equivalent to two or more independent clauses also. So in this case, two or more thoughts are expressed in a compound sentence. For instance, we have the man was hurt. So for example, we have the man was hurt in the accident last week, but he went to work today. So the explanation under that is that the man was hurt in the accident last week is an independent clause, and it can stand mainly on its own. So, and also he went to work today is also an independent clause that can also stand on its own. But when we look at the example as it is given, we have it joined together with the conjunction but. So this shows that it is independent clause that makes a compound sentence, that is two or more independent clause. We said simple sentence is also said to be equivalent to an independent clause. Two or more simple sentence will then make a compound sentence joined by a conjunction. So note that in compound sentence, the clause of the same rank that are joined and it is it is important to know that compound sentences are always joined by coordinating conjunction, but, or, and, so, and the like. So we are moving on. We have complex sentence. A complex sentence is a sentence that contains only one independent clause, which is equivalent to a simple sentence, and one or more subordinate clauses. Unlike compound sentence, unlike compound sentences that are joined by coordinating conjunction, complex sentences are joined by subordinating conjunction. So although the man was, for example, we have although the man was hurt in the accident last week, he went to work today. So although in this sentence is although is in this sorry although the man was hurt in the accident last week is a subordinating conjunction, and also the sentence is introduced by a subordinating conjunction. Although he went to work today is an independent clause. So the explanation under that is that when we look at this sentence, although the man was hurt in the accident last week, he went to work today. So although is a subordinating conjunction in which introduces the subordinating clauses. So although the man was hurt in the accident last week is a dependent or subordinate clause, while he went to work today is an independent or main clause. So now moving on, we have compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence, as the name implies, is a compound complex. As the name implies, is the combination of two compound and one complex form of a sentence. That is, it is safe to now say that a compound complex sentence is a type of sentence that has two independent clauses, then one or more subordinate clauses. One or more subordinate clause. So now, example order that we have: Tola, who is a successful and brilliant writer, knows the grammar of English language, but he does not always speak the language. Tola knows the grammar of English language, but he does not always speak the language. It's an independent clause and also a form of compound sentence, because it is two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. But while who is a successful and brilliant writer is a subordinate clause introduced by the clause marker who. So now we have also, let's look at the functional classification of sentence, where we'll be having declarative sentence first. So declarative sentence are sentence that makes a statement. It supplies information which may be wrong or right, positive or negative. The information may also be affirmative form. For example, we have you will surely give account of your life one day. Those are declarative sentences. You are my best enemy. It's an example of declarative sentence. So now moving on, we have interrogative sentence. Just as the name implies, an interrogative sentence is used to ask questions. It might be used direct or to ask direct or rhetorical question. It always ends with a question mark. Words like who, what, whose, which, and others are what that start an interrogative sentence. For example, we have who is your class rep? What is your name? Who poured this milk away? What is your surname? As we could see, there are question marks in front of these sentences, which indicates that it is asking a question. So just as the name implies, interrogative sentence are the types of sentences that ask questions. So we have imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is used to issue command simply because the interlocutors are present at the context of interaction. The imperative sentence do not usually contain their subject. So interlocutors in this means the communicators. So an imperative sentence is used to issue command. It implies that it gives command because the communicators, the speakers and the receiver are together. So now we have example to be: go home quickly and switch off the gas. Get out of my class, then leave my room. These are direct order that is being passed across to the receiver or to the listener. So now We have finally we have exclamatory sentence as the last type of sentence under the functional classification of sentence. An exclamatory sentence in most time expresses sudden emotion of amazement, of joy or sorrow. Simply, it expresses emotional feelings. An exclamatory simply it expresses a emotional feeling. An exclamatory sentence is usually terminated by exclamation mark, e.g., for goodness sake, oh what a mess, then oh my god, I love this dress. So these are example of exclamatory sentences. So if you look at these sentences, they end with an exclamation mark, which is mainly showing that is showing the is showing sorry which is mainly showing an emotional outburst. So in conclusion, mastering the four main types of sentences according to by function, which are the declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory, is key to unlocking effective communication, while also um, mastering uh, the the structural classification is also important. So by understanding this unique purpose and structure of each sentence type, then we can craft compelling messages that inform, engage, and persuade our audiences. Thank you.